Hello once again, Star Wars and unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host Darth Tuba, and once again I'm doing a faceless video with my trusty little package that came in the mail. Doing it outside because again we have another yet lovely day up here in the East Coast. Not too windy, not too rainy, not too hot or humid. The only thing I'm keeping an eye out for is the last remnants of the cicadas. They are still everywhere, just not as many as there used to be. You might even hear a little bit of their sound. But anyway, so let's get right to it. This is a package I received. I actually received this a little bit a while ago, and I was not even aware this was a thing right away, so I'm probably late to the party when it comes to this, but I'll show you what it is. Sideshow, Collecting a Galaxy. Star Wars Collecting a Galaxy, the art of Sideshow. Such a cool idea to utilize the Sideshow toys, action figures, and kind of create dioramas and just talking through all sorts of things about it. There's some great cover art featuring the Endor Luke and speeder bike and biker scout. Okay, so pretty cool that they did this. What's really cool about this is that, only those with a seriously discretionary income can even hope to manage to acquire every single Sideshow figure that has come out. So I figured, well, this is a great way to kind of, capture, at least get a somewhat of a checklist of some of the items. Here we have, look at all the different droids that have come out. And again, Sideshow is one type of figure. For those who don't know, Sideshow is the company that took over the licensee for the articulated 12-inch figure line. Okay, it was originally put out by Hasbro with the collector series, and then Sideshow took that over. Hasbro still does release 12-inch figures, but they're more of a very simple articulation, 5 POA, that kind of thing. I'm not going to go through this entire book, but I am going to go through some of the key points. This is a great piece right here. This is Rey on this little kind of sand base with BB-8. It's got a forward by Phil Tippett. Oh, that's an awesome one. The Cantina band. And some pretty cool things. You can see some Greedos. These are great diorama shots, and the detail of these figures, really came a long way. And this is, of course, for those who might not remember this is a Legends Obi-Wan Kenobi. It kind of told a what-if story of what if we could imagine what Obi-Wan Kenobi was doing in between the time he first went on exile on Tatooine, watching over a little baby Luke, to the time where we meet him again in A New Hope. So, obviously some pretty cool stuff. And they break it down. They have some 6-scale figures, okay? So, and I'll just kind of quickly, I'm not going to go through everything. I'm going to quickly go through them, but I just love how they do this. Look at this. I mean, it's like right out of the movie. It's such a cool idea. And these are amazingly detailed figures, I mean, look at the even the patchwork on Captain Antilles. Just amazing. I can't believe he got a figure. I don't remember him getting a figure. How did they get a good shot of him? Like I said, I'm moving ahead. Here's Luke. Okay. Now, I will say that they have since had Hot Toys, and I don't know if Hot Toys is featured in this book. Here's some Rebel Commandos. Actually, I think these guys were available as a 3-pack. I'm skipping pages here, guys. I don't want to go through the whole thing. They also go through the process, the painting process, the design process. Okay, this is for the Jabba dais and everything. There's Yoda. I'm trying to get it so it's all on the camera. Clone Troopers. I mean, just some pretty cool stuff. So, now of course, everything that they sell is essentially limited edition, regardless of when you want it. So, if you don't buy it right away, you are going to end up paying premium price on not the black market, but on the secondary market. So, just be aware of that. But this is a great thing to walk through what they've had. And if there is something that you see, oh my God, I can't believe I missed that figure. I have to have that figure. If you are in that boat, then at least you have a bit of an idea of where they look. You know, here's a lot of different clones. And they did a lot of things where they were taking things like the animated series of figures from or characters from the Clone Wars, and they made realistic versions of them. Here we go, Sand Trooper, like a nice little, almost a checklist kind of idea. Some pretty cool things here. I've picked up quite a few of these over the years. I haven't picked them all up, but I picked up quite a few. You got the Jabba's Palace entryway here. You know, I've shown that in previous episodes. And it goes all the way around. It's not just original trilogy. It's prequel trilogy. It's I'm gonna use my little box here to kind of help prop this up. Just give me a second here. On the fly, folks. On the fly. It's how I do things. That's how I work best. All right, there we go. A little. I don't have to hold it so much. Yep. Greedo figure, Jawas, Sand Troopers. Yeah, there is a dewback, I believe. I don't think I picked up the dewback. But it was a pretty cool figure nonetheless. The dewback was one of those figures, I will say, that Hasbro put out a pretty decent one. So there were some that I just kind of said, all right, you know what? Hasbro has a nice dewback, and so does Sideshow. But, you know, I paid $100 for the set or $95 or something like that for the Hasbro one, and, you know, $400 for the other one. I don't know. We'll see. General Grievous. Some great things, and then even they include things like the Santa Yoda. This is awesome. What a great piece to have with you. You know, to just kind of, especially if you're a collector, but you don't collect everything. You know, it's just great. The prototype armor. I mean, and I love the backdrops they do. Here's Vader and the snow troopers with the laser cannon. Done quite a bit here, guys. They really have. IG-88, Boba Fett. That's the name of not blood in a long time. All right. And they give you some good detail. Great Vaders that have come out. Okay, then I think I might have skipped. This is no, this is still okay. Yeah, then we talk about premium format. Now, premium format are a lot bigger. They're not really figures. They're really more like they're essentially statues. All right, instead of being 6 scale, these are, I think they're more like 1/4 scale, if I'm not mistaken. And like I said, they're statues. They're permanent position statues. You can see all the different ones that they've had. I mean, some pretty amazing stuff that have come out. They kind of show you the building process, and there have been some amazing ones. I mean, they really have the, you know, they've cornered the market on this. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Here's an R2 and 3PO one. That's the only premium format figure I have. I have shown it on an episode. They do run $300, $400, $500 a piece, so that's why I do not collect them. It's just a limited thing. Kylo Ren, K2SO, legendary scaled busts and figures. Now we're getting into, you know, there are just literally so many products made available. Obviously, these are busts, so they're not like fully complete. They're kind of an unusual bust. I mean, I think Gentle Giant has a lot of kind of bust style artistic pieces. So I think Sideshow wanted to do something a little different, so they kind of created this little interesting format. R2 and 3PO, is that a statue? I guess it is, yeah. Cool stuff. Like I said, I am skipping page after page, guys, so don't think that I'm going to go through the whole thing. Okay, Vader and the 2 troopers. More Boba Fett. Life-size busts. Hey, there's R2. There's a life-size R2. I'll never understand why anybody would spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a life-size R2 statue when, for probably less money, they can actually get a working, if they work with some Star Wars or R2-D2 builders, they could probably get a working, moving R2-D2 robot. But I guess they just like, you know, some people just like to have the statue on display. Most of these are busts, you can see. Admiral Akbar. Oh, these are awesome. Vader. with the helmet on or off. 3PO, Cantina Band, you know, just some really cool stuff. Salacious B. Crumb. Han, Boba Fett, Yoda, and Vader. Stormtrooper. Dioramas, okay. And then they just put some stuff together here where you can actually get. They weren't doing as much with that. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I did pick up this one. I did that at a Star Wars Celebration. It's not too big, actually. It's only about this big. So these aren't all super huge. And you can tell just by looking at the lack of detail. They're good. They're really good. It's just, you know, a little bit different, you know. And again, I can understand, you know, Sideshow working to find its way. Bronze statues. Diplomatic mission. Some cool stuff. Obi-Wan and Vader on the fight. Just like classic scenes. Love this with the Ewoks. Okay. Bronze sculptures. All right. Again, we're getting into these. Get into things that are not, you know, they're far more expensive than the average collector. Artist series statues. Utilizing some of the Ralph McQuarrie concept. And then Mythos, more recent. I hear this. Ooh. Ooh. It's an odd Gamorrean guard. Boba Fett. Mythos Boba Fett. Kind of interesting considering that Boba Fett has re-emerged. And of course, Anakin. Very, very cool. Very cool. So, if you're not someone who can afford to pay hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and even thousands of dollars for all of these Sideshow collectibles, you're in luck because you have the option of purchasing this book, which I do believe is still available. Sometimes you have to buy it, you have to look for it, but it is still available. Not for, you know, for far less money. You can kind of see all the different things, and it's a great, you know, one-stop shop place for you to go and look. If there's anything you want to find in the secondary market, here's a great thing to look through. Get a lot of good close-up imagery. And I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe that the photographers since this I believe is something come out by Sideshow. It's probably the same photographers that do the amazing photo art that goes in the boxes of the toys themselves. If you've seen any of my reviews of the toys that I've purchased, you will know that I always rave about the boxes, the photography that are on, around, inside the boxes, and this is definitely of that same caliber. So, really, really cool item. I hope you consider picking it up. Anyway, that'll do it for today's episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. Like, subscribe, hit the notification, all that other jazz. Check out all my other posts on Instagram and Twitter. Check out all my videos and my playlists. And please hit that like button because it does help get that channel out to other people who might be interested in this kind of content. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force and the toys, and in some cases the books, be with you.